Chapter 4. Fucking and Narnia's midget plus sidekick. The morning... What does that even mean? The morning sun arose over Equestria with a brightness and cheerfulness that was truly rare, because everyone came. Walrus Man. Its light beamed onto Celestia's blue tower, the large blue window it contained, and onto the occupied bed inside. Scootaloo awoke with the stained glass window shading her face with the intersection of the mare and colt's 0+1 region. She smelt a wonderfully laid-out breakfast next to her bed. The princess had delivered herself just moments before. She sat up in bed and experienced a massive morning erection. She had been brandishing the past few hours glide across the silky sheets. She still has this magic dick? Why?
I guess so.
Morning wood is a killer, man. She immediately felt a little lightheaded. It's the giant penis she had needed and some getting used to.
Oh, wait, is it permanent?
I hope not. She fell back because this would need to change to he. She fell back onto the sheets and popped a huge tent with the sheets, feeling increasingly better on her appendage. She giggled lightly at this, but then remembered the breakfast presented to her on a fabulous silver tray. Let's have some fucking eat. That didn't rhyme or go together as well.
Just keep breathing.
She sat back up and began getting out of bed. As she did, her penis lagged behind with the sheets to the right of her lunch and then flopped out of the bed. "Dumb wiener," she exclaimed before turning to the excellent food arranged in front. After eating, she had some time in her guest bed to reflect on last night's event. She found it funny and very comforting for the fact that when she made love with Celestia, she really felt admired, loved, and needed. This feeling was indeed great. These thoughts were soon interrupted, though, by a weird sound of springs and flopping coming from behind the wooden door. She sat up alarmed to find Princess Celestia entering the room with her usual elegance. "Good morning, my dear Scootaloo. Enjoying breakfast?" Celestia questioned with a loving smile on her face.
I love how that says enjoy breakfast rather than enjoying.
Yeah, I know, right? Scootaloo bounced out of bed, penis flying, and landed in front of Celestia. Scootaloo gleefully replied,
into Eli's nose, dig blazing.
Why would you use yourself as that example?
Well, that's because, wait, who was it?
It was you.
Exactly.
But it's just a terrible, terrible thing. Just like you willingly understand that a fly went into your nose, dick blazing, and you don't give it any background, and you don't tell what happened. You just state, "Hey, one time a fly flew into my nose and its dick was blazing." That sends off.
I killed it?
No, you blew it out before it could sodomize you, I think is what happened.
Yes.
Or was that's what I wrote. But still, it's so awful. And if I just left it as is, everyone would think you were just weird. Scootaloo.
You're reading a comic.
You know
and
what?
People
Fuck you.
aren't
blow my
going to
nose.
think, and people aren't going to think we're weird.
No, we're totally normal. Once again, we're reading this because they're too scared to.
That doesn't mean they'll watch this?
They should. I'm gonna spam post this everywhere.
Great.
Where was I? I was right there. No, sign it, sort of. Yeah, here we go. Scootaloo gleefully replied, "Good morning, Your Majesty. And yes, it was great."
Wait, she already ate?
Guess so. I'm glad to hear that. I'm short on time and just wanted to know, Scootaloo, if you would enjoy another night in my presence. "Oh, yes, I would," Scootaloo immediately responded. "I'm glad to hear that," Celestia retorted as she grew closer to give Scootaloo a hug. "I have a few things I must do today, and I will be back by sunset, my little pony," emphasizing the my little pony. Scootaloo hugged and then kissed the princess's cheek before saying, "I'll happily wait for you, princess." Celestia thought of how cute and innocent Scootaloo still was and how much she was going to enjoy ruining the innocent part.
I thought she already did.
More scenarios. They're going to bring in anal.
Oh, God.
That's my foreshadowing guess of the night. Before leaving, she said to Scootaloo, "Don't leave this tower, please. No pony knows you are here and it needs to stay that way. Also, you have a dick. That's not normal, bro." Scootaloo nodded and then watched her close the door behind her. She heard the springy floppy noise as she went, "What the fuck is this springy floppy noise? Is it like a trampoline or something?" What could be in that hallway, she pondered. The larger of the two guards came in and served her lunch and dinner at appropriate times without word or expression, even though Scootaloo had a dick. Even when Scootaloo playing punching bag with his balls. What? Even when Scootaloo played punching bag with his balls, he still did nothing but leave with the dishes with a zombie-like expression. Poor guy. Whatever spell the guards were under was pretty strong. No kidding.
Yeah.
Celestia arrived at sunrise. At sunrise? She said she'd be back at sunset.
Critical fail.
Come on, Arthur. Proofread. In an expressively powerful dress, she was gorgeous in Scootaloo's eyes, which gave her an immediate wing boner.
Of course.
Shouldn't they be like plural because there are two wings?
Just go.
As always, her penis was lagging behind as it began to erect slowly. Celestia, with unspoken assurance, began to do a little striptease. She wasn't all that great, but she sure knew how to shake that haunch in front of Scootaloo. The dress slipped off eventually and magically folded itself and flew toward the cupboard, pushing against the door stupidly.
Dumb dress.
Dumb dress, Scootaloo commented as Celestia opened the cupboard doors magically and let the dress hang itself up. It was at this time Scootaloo noticed the entire sensual item collection in the cupboard. Celestia saw her interest and left the doors open. "Do you see anything you like?" she inquired to Scootaloo. Scootaloo looked at her and then back to the cupboard. She said with a serious yet playful undertone, "Didn't you mean yesterday you liked anal?" Mention yesterday that you liked anal? Told ya. I'm a genius.
God damn it.
Scootaloo had found 2 long pink gloves in the cabinet, which she was using both her hooves on Celestia's flank. One hoof in her vagina and the other anally. She was literally punching pleasure into Celestia. Wow. Celestia quickly fell into a kneeling position, for the stimulation was too great. Celestia's wing boner became fully outstretched, and nearly all the muscles in her body were beginning to tense up.
Oh my God.
I know, I read that too. She held back sounds of delight, but Scootaloo could tell she loved it. Here's a stupid overused reference. Scootaloo's penis was about 20% more erect than physically possible and aiming right at her lover's rear.
God damn it.
She could hardly wait to feel what real sex was like, but she wanted to save the best for last. Celestia thought of how all her other partners over the past centuries she had never felt so connected to.
But she feels connected
to
a filly.
Connect to.
Oh, she feels so connect. She feels so connect to a filly.
And how Scootaloo was the first pony she ever loved so deeply.
Wow.
Poor Scootaloo. It wasn't just that either. She was the first to love her back. All her relationships usually ended with a strong memory spell and either 1 gallon of get-over-it ice cream, Vaseline, and even some Pepto-Bismol. Get-over-it ice cream. That word just attracting my attention like a boss. Scootaloo began rotating each hoof gently in Celestia.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Making sure to cause pleasure possible. Celestia could only think of how orgasm! A shivering wave of intense pleasure from her haunch to her head writhed through her body with such greatness Scootaloo could feel it inside her. When the orgasm shiver reached her head, she let out the loudest and most sensual moan she ever had. Scootaloo tenderly exited Celestia's rear and placed the pink, mysteriously still clean gloves to the side. Celestia found the strength to stand, and while breathing heavily with a very sexual tone, she turned to Scootaloo and told her, "Scootaloo, lay down. I'm going to give you my finest."
Oh God, no.
I wonder what that is. The young filly laid on the bed and turned on her back with her wing boners elegantly peeking out of each side. Celestia maneuvered herself onto the bed and shoved Scootaloo's giant dick in her mouth. She was only teasing the young filly's tip, but made her believe she was going all the way down her throat just for fun. Celestia arrived at a vast grin as she saw Scootaloo's reaction to her teasing. Scootaloo had closed both her eyes and was biting her lip. She was so innocent and pure, and yet so naughty. I want to listen to that Queen song again.
Here we go.
Celestia felt the penis throbbing and knew she was about to come. Wow. She lifted her head off of Scootaloo's massive penis and let the Queen sit in really quick. Alright. Where was I? I need to leave a marker. Well, here we are. Wait, yep. She lifted her head off of Scootaloo's massive penis and let Scootaloo dangle in blight. Scootaloo didn't come. This was exactly how Celestia had planned it. Bummer, Scootaloo. I'm laughing when someone's calling me. Scootaloo hadn't the time to ask why Celestia had let her fall from her climax, for Celestia had already begun her next move. Celestia positioned herself over Scootaloo and began kissing her. Scootaloo let out small sounds of satisfaction as Celestia had put the massive erection between her thighs and began teasing it. Scootaloo loved this and would have thrust her appendage up, but Celestia had pinned her in the most dominating way. Scootaloo put her hooves around Celestia's neck in a hugging fashion and drew her body closer. The princess smelled wonderful, almost as great as she looked. Her flowing magical mane was gracefully hanging down the left side of her face and tickling Scootaloo's ear. Scootaloo let out a small giggle and then smelt a small wisp of her lover's scent coming off the multicolored mane. The smell of beautiful flowers, as strong as any perfume, was quite an enticing scent. Princess Celestia was done kissing with Scootaloo and now leaned back to a vertical position. Celestia decided it was time to begin. Celestia positioned Scootaloo's tip onto the correct position and began to apply pressure. Goodbye, Eli. Scootaloo's penis slid slowly into Celestia's vagina, and like a chubby pony getting stuck in a doorway, Celestia was getting stuffed. It finally slid all the way in, and then the princess began her up and down motions. She would go up fast and gently, slow down onto the penis. Oh, I see what that says. It says she would go up fast and gently slow down onto the penis. Both motions needed effort, but the least being the downstroke. It took almost all of Celestia's weight towards Scootaloo's cock. Perhaps she shouldn't have made it so large. But where was the fun in that, Celestia thought. Solo, that's the fun in that.
Because I can deliver on that. Go on.
Celestia could tell Scootaloo was about to explode in an intense orgasm, but stopped her just in time. Celestia's horn glowed, and then Scootaloo was stuck in a perpetual pre-orgasm. Bummer! Celestia wasn't ready to climax and wanted to share the moment together. Clever! Scootaloo also felt the same pleasure as magic kept her only mere moments from heavenly contentment. The princess mane was bouncing lovely and glowing, and horn glowing enticingly. Scootaloo could barely take any more of this and began to move her waist side to side to increase the overall stimulation for Celestia. Side to side. The naughty princess felt it rising within her. Her orgasm was coming, and it was going to be the largest she had ever had. Celestia's back arched and the glint of her horn went out. Scootaloo and Celestia came at the same moment and both let out a harmonic moan of pleasure. Hey, we're almost done, people. Celestia leaned forward. I think Eli's just toast. Celestia leaned forward, removed Scootaloo's penis from her vagina kindly, and lay next to her. They both lay there for a moment. Why did it immediately jump into present tense? They both lay there for a moment before looking into each other's eyes. You are so beautiful, the princess gently whispered to Scootaloo. Scootaloo smiled and then kissed her. They would have laid in bed forever if it hadn't been for a sudden knocking coming from the cupboard. Cupboard? Oh wait, this is super fucking Narnia bullshit. Never mind. That makes sense now. Both ponies looked at each other and then to the cupboard. They eased out of the bed and stood about 10 hooves from the cupboard's wooden doors. Celestia used her magic and flung the doors open. There was a strange creature standing next to an even stranger, younger creature that happened to be gnawing angrily on the tip of one of Celestia's fake penises in the cupboard. Flapjack, stop that now, ordered the black-caped master. Wait, hold on, is this the Adventures of Flapjack? Because if that is, it's fucking amazing. That means I'm gonna do some voices. Who are you and why are you here? Celestia demanded. The short, stubby-legged life form turned to see a sight he never imagined he would discover. 2 talking, adorable ponies. One pony had a giant penis and cute little wings, and a larger one had a horn and magnificent wings. The black-clad being responded, I am known as Batman, a crime-fighting midget from a different world, and my little protege is Flapjack, a sailor boy I found in a different dimension through Narnia. Who are you? Yep. Yeah.
Wow.
Because fuck us.
Because fuck them. Yeah.
Celestia noticed the back of the cupboard was opened up to a larger room made out of wood. There were 2 grossly oversized otters in the back making tea and watching Celestia like a live play.
Ready?
Celestia, this is so Narnia. Celestia's horn glowed, and her 2 tower guards appeared in front of her, the larger to the left. Celestia's began to reply, I am the Princess of Equestria, and this is... But Flapjack was apparently so shocked by the sudden entrance of the guard that he rapidly jumped to attack the larger guard. He bitch-slapped the large guard in the face, which seemed to knock him out of Celestia's spell. The large colt immediately fell to the ground and yelled, "Oh, my balls!" Scootaloo felt bad for what she had done earlier and backed behind Celestia's flank. The thing known as Midget Batman ordered Flapjack to taunt, and he did by doing one of the most retarded dances Scootaloo had ever seen. This is fantastic. The stupid monkey-like boy then made the decision to moon the princess. This proved to be a horrible decision. The other guards turned and kicked Flapjack in the ass, leaving his pants behind. The boy went flying to the door that led down the tower, broke it apart, and continued flying broke it open. Apart? Did I really say that? Wow. Broke it open and continued flying into the dark before hitting something unexpected. A sound of impalement was heard, and Celestia knew what had just happened. Scootaloo trotted over to the door curiously and saw one of the most amazing sights she had ever seen. The tower's twisting stairwell walls brandished Waldos.
Why?
About every hoof down, up, left, and right, there was one large Colt dildo attached to a heavy-duty spring. There must have been thousands. So this was the springy flopping sound that she kept hearing, Scootaloo thought. She also felt bad that the princess needed such a penis-filled tower to not feel lonely before she was there. 2 more paragraphs.
3.
That is like 2 sentences. That doesn't count. Shortly down the stairwell, the boy Flapjack was anally impaled by one of the large fake colt wieners and was trying to get it off like a rabid animal. This just caused the spring to droop down a little. Aw, poor spring. Celestia hadn't the patience for this anymore, and used her magic to force the midget Batman to go flying through the cupboard and into the wooden room it led to. The midget landed on his ass and then yelled back in a very high squeaky voice, "Hey, my parents are dead!" Scootaloo turned to see what had just happened and didn't notice the thing called Flapjack had escaped off the giant penis and ran out of the tower while holding his ass in pain. Celestia shut the back of the cupboard and magically sealed it for now so no more intruders could enter Equestria. Celestia peered down through Scootaloo's legs to spot where the Flapjack creature should have been. What? Oh, I see. Okay, and noticed his absence. Did you see where it went, Scootaloo? Celestia said with importance. Scootaloo had not, and Flapjack successfully escaped into the night. The door to Narnia was sealed unless the princess found need to open it again, and she found her true love, and evil was once again defeated. The end.
What? Evil? What?
Also, this points down. My Little Penis by MESA. It's a song. Alright, ready?
Are we going to sing this?
Yes, we are.
Oh
I'm only assuming it just goes to the tune of the theme song.
Yeah.
This is the last thing we're subjecting you guys to for the night.
Subjecting ourselves to.
Twilight Sparkle. My little penis, my little penis. Ah, my little penis. I used to wonder what bucking could be, little penis. Until you all secret molested me.
Big Mac just came.
Tons of cum.
A beautiful dick.
Feel like I'm long.
Stealing poontang.
We buck to beat, and it all tastes so magic sweet. Yeah, you have my little penis. Do you know you were my favorite fuck?
Fucking shit, man. I thought I was gonna get up, but then I realized I'm really lazy.
Awesome. I'd like to thank MESA for letting us selflessly make fun of him. I'd like to say
fuck you, MESA, for writing that. Though, you did have one line in the damn thing that made up for the entire story.
And we love you for it.
Yes.
I'd like to thank the Flavin Bagel, because I know he's going to listen to all, 2 or 3 parts of these.
No, he's not going to listen.
No, I'm making him. Okay. I don't even care. I would like to
in
thank
that case, I'd like to tell the Flavin Bagel I'm sorry, and I didn't I'm not for. Blame Colin, just like on SAM, just like on Sam. Blame Colin,
Let's
not
just blame me because I'm ginger. I'd like to thank Chase because I'm going to be sitting with him while we watch this because fuck you.
And we'd like to thank anybody else who may or may not watch this. I'd like to point out that no, we do not get turned on by this. No, do we not clop to this? And no.
I would like to point out that this outro is incredibly long. I'd also like to thank the Academy. This.
I'd like to thank my mom and my dad for
this Grammy means a lot to me. I don't think I could have done it without you guys.
I love you, Colin.
I love you too. Want to kiss me? I'm kidding.
Maybe.
I'd like to thank William von Orsdell for being a dick. I'd like to thank Queen for letting us listen to their song in a terrible way.
I'd like to say fuck you, Sopa, because that would have been
dead,
bad.
Bitch.
If it would have passed, we wouldn't be able to feature that song in here because that would have been like this copyright bullshit, and they would have been like, no!
I'd like to thank my toenail clippers for keeping my toenails nice and short.
I think we're done here.
Yep, we're done. See you guys with the next installment. Let us know if you want to listen to anything. Otherwise, it's going to be Eli's choice and Eli's commentary. See ya.